It's do or die. Do you move on or do you go home? Welcome back to the old Yadkin Valley Speedway as we are proud to bring you the closing out of round one of the Merch by Meekin presents the Stock Car Nation Tournament as we are bringing you the Elimination Races.
Ooh, the suspense is killing me. Let's get it going.
I'm right there with you, Ricky, as the anticipation and pressure is high, as this will be the last opportunity for these drivers to have a chance to move on to the next round.
It's time for them to give it all, and they better leave it all out on the track, just like my tattoo says. No regrets.
Ricky, I've been meaning to ask you about that tattoo. You do realize it says no regrets, right?
Wait. Dude, what?
Ask me why I'm not the least bit surprised. But let's get down to these driver introductions. Starting us off on the front row, you've got Karate Joe and Lily the dog.
Joe needs to show me some Judy chops and ninja stars.
Ricky, you got the wrong YouTube guy. But in row 2, you've got Spy Dude and Ted Tabo. I thought it was Tet Tabo.
Got you again.
Wait, what are you talking about? Anyways, row 3, you've got Ned Munson and Phil Patrick bringing up the rear.
I can't believe you fell for the old name tag swap.
You mean to tell me the entire last race I've been calling him Tet Tabo when his name was Ted?
Another one for Ricky.
That's it. I'm hiring interns for everything that comes to me goes through them first. But anyways, on that front row, you've got Karate Joe and Lily the dog with Spy Dude and Ted Tabo on the second row with Ned Munson and Farrell Patrick on the third row as race one is now underway. Down the backstretch they go. It's Karate Joe leading them down in the turn 1. Lily the dog and Spy Dude are fighting for that second place position as they head into turn 2. Through the chicane, they are all close together as we head into turn 3. Oh, Spy Dude gets rolled over as they're all collected down to the final stretch. It's going to be Karate Joe in first, followed by Ned Munson. Now to fight for third place as Lily the dog gets a huge shove from Farrell Patrick as she comes in third.
Woo, lots of rubbing in the first lap.
Lots of rubbing for sure, Ricky, as they are all closely fighting for that second place position. As it seems that Spy Dude got the worst of it, he is outside of turn 3 on his side, being checked out by the emergency crews. As we check out the turn 3 cam, you see that Ned Munson clears Spy Dude. Spy Dude gets a little loose and they get tapped in the rear by Lily the dog. It sends him over as the other drivers are able to squeeze by him and make it down to the finish line. Another tough break once again for Spy Dude. And after that, Karate Joe is still your leader with Ned Munson in second place. Ricky, the graphic.
Oh, shoot, my bad.
Anyways, you have Lily the dog in third place, followed by Farrell Patrick in fourth. Ted Tabo is in fifth, and Spy Dude is bringing up the rear as we have 5 laps left to go. Who's moving on? You literally have one job.
Look, man, nobody's perfect.
Well, that's obvious. Do I need to get intern for this job, too?
Maybe we should get an intern for your job as we have trouble.
Oh, Ned Munson is turned around as the other drivers are able to squeak by him. Karate Joe is once again your leader as he's coming down the super stretch. Do the other drivers have anything to catch up to him? Here he comes down to the final stretch. He's going to come in first place, followed by Ted Tabo and Lily the dog coming in third.
Man, another huge shakeup.
Absolutely, Ricky, as we check out that track time of 18.603 seconds. As we check out the exit of turn 2, Ned Munson, Farrell Patrick, and Spy Dude are all collected together. As we check out the replay, you see Ned Munson gets a little loose as he comes off the track. He gets bumped up and then slammed into Karate Joe. He then gets slammed in the rear by Farrell Patrick. He gets pushed into the tire barrier as they come to a stop. Spy Dude, not seeing the trouble, he comes around the corner and then slams in the back of Farrell Patrick.
Farrell Patrick and Ned Munson just can't catch a break.
It seems those drivers have had the worst time as you have Karate Joe still hanging on to that first place position with Ted Tabo hanging on right there next to him in second place. You have Lily the dog in third, and then you have got Ned Munson in fourth. Farrell Patrick is in fifth with Spy Dude in sixth as we have 4 laps to go. Karate Joe still leading them down as they head into turn 1. Lily the dog is right there on his tail. Here comes Ted Tabo taking the lead, being pushed by Ned Munson as they come into the turn 3. Now he tries to make the pass, but Ted Tabo holds him off as they head down to the final stretch. Ted Tabo is going to be your leader, followed by Ned Munson.
It's going to be a fight for third.
Farrell Patrick gives Lily the dog another hard shove as she comes into third place. He comes in fourth, and it looks like Karate Joe has some trouble. He comes to a stop just before the finish line. As we check in on turn 3, once again, it looks like Spy Dude is on his roof, as it looks like Bubba Joe is getting in on the action, pulling him off the track. As we check out the turn 3 replay cam, once again, Spy Dude enters turn 3 without enough speed to handle those high bank turns. His car rolls over onto its roof once again.
Spy Dude just can't catch a break.
Spy Dude might not be able to catch a break, but you have Ted Tabo, who has had a great turn of luck. He is now your leader with Ned Munson in second place. You've got Lily the dog in third place, and you've got Farrell Patrick in fourth. Let's see who's going to be moving on as lap 4 is now underway. Down the backstretch they go. Ted Tabo leads him down into turn 1. You have Ned Munson right there through the S-turns. He takes a lead into turn 2, and he turns on the boosters and he is just taking off.
Woo, look at him go!
Ned Munson is all alone as he comes down the super stretch. Oh, he gets loose, he turns around, he comes across the line backwards, followed by Ted Tabo, then Farrell Patrick. Here comes Lily the dog down slowly but surely across the line in fourth.
Woo, and we got the fastest track time of the race.
That we do as Ned Munson puts down a track time of 16.470 seconds as once again Spy Dude is upside down in turn 3, but you have Karate Joe right there with him. As we check out the turn 3 replay cam, we see Karate Joe and Lily the dog fighting for position. Lily the dog puts down a blocking move as she shoves Karate Joe down to the bottom of the track. He gets flipped around and turned backwards. As I look at the top of the screen, you see Spy Dude is finally exiting the chicane. He comes down, but his speed is just too slow to handle the banking on this track as he goes high and then once again comes crashing down and flipping over again. And with that, we have a brand new leader. You have Ned Munson is now leading the pack with Ted Tambo in second place. You've got Farrell Patrick right there in third, and Lily the dog is in fourth place. We have 2 laps to go. It is lap 5. Who's going to be moving on? One way to find out. Down to Pat stretch they go. Ned Munson leads them with a big lead down in the turn 1. But you have Farrell Patrick trying to catch up to him. Do they have anything for him? As it looks like Ned Munson is once again turning on the rocket boosters, but he gets loose. Do the other cars have this opportunity to catch up to him? Here it comes down to the line. It's Ned Munson in first, followed by Farrell Patrick, then Ted Tambo in third, followed by Karate Joe, then Lily the dog. And just like that, the cars that were at the rear of the pack at the beginning of the race are now your front runners, as you have Ned Munson in first place, followed by Farrell Patrick in second place. You've got Ted Tabo in third, followed by Karate Joe, Lily the dog, and Spy Dude. This is it, the final lap. The white flag is out. Who's going to be moving on to the final round? Only one way to find out. Ned Munson once again leading them down in the turn 1 with a commanding lead. You have Ted Tabo and Farrell Patrick fighting for that second place position as it looks like Farrell Patrick is taking it, but you have Ned Munson all alone. It looks like he's going to come down to the line as your winner. Oh, he's upside down. Oh, he gets slammed by Farrell Patrick, who's also upside down. And then Ted Tabo.
Here comes Lily.
Can we have a huge upset? Can she make it past him as she comes out of turn 4? Oh, she slams on the brakes, and then she hits the back of Ted Tabo.
I can't believe they all wrecked.
Ricky, this is no laughing matter as we have every single car unable to make it down to the finish line as we have chaos everywhere on the track. Emergency crews are checking them all out. Let's check out the replay cams and see exactly what just happened. As we see Karate Joe entering turn 3, his car gets loose. He loses control. He comes down to the bottom. Here comes Lily the dog right up underneath him. She doesn't even try to miss him. She just slams right into the back of him and rolls him over as she almost comes to a halt and is able to make it further down the line.
And with no surprise, here comes Spy Dude entering the turn, and he just rolls it over as usual.
Ricky, will you please restrain yourself as we check out the turn 4 cam? Here comes Ned Munson losing control. Farrell Patrick right behind him, just copying his move as they collide upside down. Here comes Ted Tabo with nowhere to go. He slams into the back of Ned Munson. Fast forward, and here comes Lily down the track. She sees the trouble. She has nowhere to go. She slams on her brakes, hits the outside retaining wall, slams on her brakes even further, but she cannot stop as she slams into the back of Ted Tabo.
I think this race just became a demolition derby.
That was chaotic to say the least, but the fact still remains that nobody crossed over the start-finish line, which means we do not have a winner, which means we will have a restart of lap 6. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. The white flag is out. Who is moving on to round 2? Down the backstretch they go one last time. Ned Munson leads him into turn 1 as he is starting to pull away. Here comes Farrell Patrick right behind him. Can he catch up to him as they're heading into turn 3? Oh, Munson gets loose. He gets slammed in the back by Farrell Patrick as they come down to the line. Looks like Ned Munson is going to hang on to the win, followed by Farrell Patrick, Ted Tabo, Karate Joe, and then here comes Lily the dog slowly making it across the line.
Ned Munson goes from the rear of the field to first place.
That he does as he puts in a track time of 16.767 seconds as we check in on Spy Dude once again in turn 3 upside down. As we watch the replay cam, you see him once again entering turn 3 at a low rate of speed. His car unable to handle the turn as he rolls over upside down and spins around. Another tough break for Spy Dude. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, your winner and the drivers moving on to the second round from this elimination race. It's going to be Ned Munson as your winner with Farrell Patrick in second and Ted Tabo coming in third. Stick around as we'll be back in just a minute. The fans are on their feet and they are loving the action here today. We hope you guys at home have enjoyed the action, as we are not done just yet. It's time to move on to the second elimination race of this elimination round, as we are ready for these driver introductions. Let's go down to trackside. Leading us off in the front row, you have Nick Devers and Gringo Loco right there next to him, both in their Ford racing machines. On the second row, you've got Hades in his Monte Carlo and Papa Pugsy in his Dodge Charger, both of them ready to fight it out. On the third row, it's Blaze, also in his Ford Gran Torino, and Wally Champ in his Ford Thunderbird. These drivers are going to be your Elimination Race 2, who's going to be moving on to the second round.
We got 4 Fords in Elimination Race. Why am I not surprised?
Oh, let me guess, Ricky, you're a Chevy guy.
Well, of course I'm a Chevy guy. Do you know what forward backwards is?
No, but I'm sure you're going to tell me.
Driver returns on foot.
You really are something special, aren't you? As lap 1 is now underway. Nick Devers heads down into turn 1 as your leader with a nice lead over the other drivers. Here comes Hades on his tail, but it looks like Gringo Loco has taken it from him, as it looks like Nick Devers is slowly pulling away from the other drivers. Here we come down to the final stretch. Nick Devers is going to be your leader, followed by Gringo Loco, and here comes Hades coming across the line in third, followed by Blaze, and Wally Champ slowly making his way down to the line as he just barely makes it across. And with that, Nick Devers puts down a track time of 17.326 seconds. As we check in on Papa Pugsy, he is sitting down there at the tire barrier at turn 3. Let's check out the replay cam and see exactly what has happened to him as we see the other drivers making their way around. Hades gets a little bit loose. Here comes Papa Pugsy. He does the same thing. He gets loose and then gets pushed down to the bottom of the track as he bumps into the tire barrier. A tough break for Papa Pugsy in this first lap of the event. And at the completion of lap 1, you have Nick Devers in first place, followed by Gringo Loco in second. You got Hades in third, followed by Blaze, Wally Champ, and Papa Pugsy. Papa Pugsy has a fast car. Can he make it back up to the front of the pack? Only one way to find out, as lap 2 is now underway. It's a tight race as they head down into turn 1, with Gringo Loco having a nose in front of Nick Devers as he starts to pull away into turn 2. Nick Devers is starting to fall behind. Here comes Gringo Loco turning on the boosters as he comes down to the final stretch. Oh, he gets loose in turn 4, but he comes across the line in first, followed by Nick Devers. We have a fight for third place as they come across the line. It's going to be Hades, followed by Blaze, Papa Pugsy, and then Wally Champ bringing up the rear.
Whew, that was some racing right there.
Some exciting racing action for sure, as we have a track time of 16.393 seconds. You have the surprising lead change by Gringo Loco with Nick Devers in second. Hades is in third. Then you have Blaze, Papa Pugsy, and Wally Champ. Will we have other exciting lead changes in front of us? Only one way to find out, as lap 3 is now underway. Down the backstretch once again, Gringo Loco leads him down in the turn 1. You have Nick Devers trying to catch up to him. Can he do so as he starts to into the chicane? Gringo Loco starts to pull away into turn 3. Oh, he gets a little loose down the backstretch. Loose again into turn 4. Here he comes down to the line. He's going to be your leader, followed by Nick Devers. And then here comes Hades coming across the line as he gets slammed in the back by Blaze. And then Wally Champ slowly making it down.
Come on, go.
But he can make it across the line. His car has some trouble, and he gets stuck there just before reaching the line. Gringo Loco puts down a track time of 16.993 seconds as we check in on Papa Pugsy, who is being checked out by emergency crews. He's on the exit of turn 3. As we watch the replay cam, you see him entering turn 3 just a little too high. His car loses control. He ends up rolling it over just before exiting turn 3. Here comes Blaze, who gives him a tap as he comes around, and then Wally Champ slams right into his backside, and that might have been what caused Wally Champ to have such a trouble, unable to make it down to the line.
I ain't so sure Papa Pugsy don't have a concussion after that.
The emergency crews have checked in on him. They say he is good to go. He has given me the thumbs up, showing me he is set and ready to go for this lap, as we are set and ready to go for lap 4, which is now underway. They are tight once again as they head down into turn 1. Gringo Loco having the slight lead over Nick Devers, but Nick Devers noses ahead as he takes the lead into turn 2 through the chicane. Here comes Gringo Loco. Can he catch back up to them as they're coming down to the line? It's going to be close. Oh, Gringo Loco loses it as Nick Devers comes across the line in first, with Gringo Loco coming in second. Oh, here come the other drivers. Oh, they slam into him as Hades comes in third place. And then here comes Wally Champ, just barely making it across the line.
Wally Champ was like, nah, I ain't gonna get involved in that, Rick.
Wally Champ slowing down as the other drivers were fighting for that third place position, as the third place and up is the ones who move on. Papa Pugsy turned around outside of turn 3 once again. As we check out the replay cam, you see them all enter into turn 3. Watch Hades as he comes out of the turn. He gets turned sideways. Wally Champ sees it. He slows down, causing them all to collect, and then here comes Papa Pugsy getting completely turned around.
Papa Pugsy just can't catch a break.
It for sure has been a tough race for Papa Pugsy as he has one incident after another happening to him. However, you have Nick Devers. He is now your leader with Gringo Loco. They have been fighting back and forth for that first place position. We have 2 laps to go. Who's going to be our winner? Right out the gate, it's Gringo Loco with a slight lead over Nick Devers as they head down into turn 2. Here comes Gringo Loco starting to pull away as you have Blaze challenging. Here comes Nick Devers right back as they're heading down the final stretch. Here he comes down to the line. It's going to be Gringo Loco followed by Nick Devers. Then you've got Blaze in 3rd place. Oh, and here comes Papa Pugsy coming across the line in 4th.
That time Papa Pugsy was able to finally make some moves.
Papa Pugsy making some moves, and once again, Gringo Loco takes that lead as it looks like we have trouble between Hades and Wally Champ. As we check out the replay cam, you see them all enter into turn 3. Here comes Papa Pugsy as he exits. He gets a little loose. Hades gets scared. He slams on the brakes. Here comes Wally Champ slamming into Hades as both of them lose momentum and come to a stop. A tough break for both these drivers as we move on to the final lap.
This is it.
That's right, Ricky. It's lap 6, the final lap. You've got Gringo Loco as your leader with Nick Devers in 2nd place. You got Blaze there in 3rd with Papa Pugsy in 4th. Then you got Hades and Wally Champ bringing up the rear. Who's moving on? White flag is out. 1 lap to go. Down the backstretch, one final time. It's Gringo Loco leading them into turn 1. You have Blaze on his tail as Nick Devers is trying to catch up to them. They're fighting into the chicane. Nick Devers and Blaze get together. They're tangled up in turn 3. Gringo all alone as he comes down to the line. He's going to be a winner, followed by Nick Devers coming in 2nd place. Oh, and here comes Papa Pugsy coming down to the line. He's in 3rd, followed by Hades coming in 4th.
And Papa Pugsy finishes in the money.
Papa goes from the back of the pack to disaster to moving on as we check in on Wally Champ and Blaze, who are stuck just outside of turn 3, being pulled apart by the emergency crews. Let's check out the replay cam as we see all the drivers entering into turn 3. You've got that fight between Blaze and Nick Devers as Blaze gets thrown into the tire barrier. Here comes Papa Pugsy coming around. He just barely gives Blaze a tap, and then here comes Hades slamming into him as well as it looks like Wally Champ says, "I'm just done," and pulls off to the side. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, your winner and drivers moving on to the 2nd round of the Stock Car Nation Tournament. It's Gringo Loco, followed by Nick Devers and Papa Pugsy. These drivers moving on to round 2. Another chapter comes to a close here at the old Yadkin Valley Speedway as we move on to round 2 of the Stock Car Nation Tournament. We would like to thank all the drivers for being a part of this event as we have Hades, Blaze, Wally Champ, Lily the Dog, Karate Joe, and Spy Dude. We would like to thank all of you guys for being a part of this event, and we hope to see you guys next time here at the old Yadkin Valley Speedway. And as always, we would like to thank you for being a part of the event here at the old Yadkin Valley Speedway. And if you love the content you've seen, please remember to like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell as we bring you more exciting racing action here from the old Yadkin Valley Speedway, home to the Winston-Salem Racing Series and the Funkhouser Diecast Racing League. Be sure to check out merch by Meekin for all your custom metal diecast signs and much more, as well as Stock Car Nation merchandise.
And don't forget your Cousin Ricky merchandise.
Yes, the Cousin Ricky merchandise. But also, don't forget, soon we will have the JDM tournament coming here to the old Yadkin Valley Speedway as well. So please remember to come back and enjoy the racing action. See you guys next time.